Welcome to Buffalo, New York, and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulls offense will get the first crack at it here. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Stopped after making the catch.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Offense gets set for second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Now on second down. Looking for space. It's Henderson. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Snagged on the outside, it's Johnson. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So Florida Atlantic's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
A third down try for the offense. Back to throw, it's Fancher. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Owls! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage, because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? They'll try to pop the draw. Now well within striking distances. That 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Looking to pass. It's Agbana. Makes the pass. He's got it on the run. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
The Bulls trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Caught behind the line. It's Tucker.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Fancher. Unloads to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Really nice job with the patience by the wide receiver there on that route. Working against man coverage in the perimeter of the field, he knows exactly where he needs to get and at what time he needs to be there so that when he turns around, the ball's there and they get the first.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. On the move at the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Final play of the quarter coming. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the field goal unit is on the field. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Dropping back, it's Agbana. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the big tight end. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Field goal is good. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Fancher. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They go to the draw. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. On the ground with the counter. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Picks up 3. 3rd down coming up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Agbana. On the run, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
He'll keep it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's McMillan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
And the Bulls are threatening on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Agbana. Swings it out to his running back. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Owls! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up to add
The
another.
kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half.
Extra point is good.
That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. Wants to throw. It's Agbana. Makes the grab over the middle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking to move it through the air. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
The Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll open the second half with a run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Hands it off. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. third and medium? Hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Fancher. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Campbell. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a gap, it's Campbell. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sullivan. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Still running at the 35. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The play action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
20, Buffalo, 17.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Grabs it in the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this 1st down.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Agbana. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Buffalo! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to put it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
This offense has a second down play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll run it from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Motion from the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Campbell. At the 40, there he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. And the blitz gets to him just like that. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Line getting set on 2nd down. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Looking downfield, it's Agbana. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
And the Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Hayes. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Tackles made at the 39. It's 3rd down.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. To the air, it's Fancher. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They're trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The defense is up against it now, man. You're playing on the road. It's a hostile environment. It's late in the game. Someone's got to step up and make a play. Nice job there knocking that one down for the incompletion.
The Bulls decide to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. To the air, it's Fancher. It's complete to the left.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's caught downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Trying to get to him. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want it.
Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They move on top here in the fourth.
Number 3.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Going up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
This time on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking downfield, it's Agbana. Gets it out quickly. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to throw on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Catch in the middle. It's McMillan. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It leads to second down.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.